everybody, welcome back to my channel. Can I just say, this is one heavy box. It's got to be the heaviest one I've ever received from SmartArt. So I'm really super curious as to what's in it. So yeah, let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. First I'm gonna sit down. I have to sit down for this. So let me grab a chair. Okay, I had to move my camera like way up so I could open the box. So again, we're gonna tilt it to the side here. Just a little out of, there we go, okay. Oh, I'm nervous. I mean, it weighs, it just feels like it weighs a ton. What in the, oh boy. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. What are they doing? Bas relief sculpting. Oh boy. Is it bas relief or base relief? I have no idea. We have a lot of stuff in the box. Sculpey air dry white clay. 2.2 pounds. What? What? Oh my goodness. This is going to be the coolest box we've ever gotten, honestly. Oh, they've replaced one of the items with something else. They always add a little note to you to let you know you're actually getting a better deal because what they put in there costs more than what they have in there. Wow. This is, oh my gosh. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. And then project pointers, how to use the clay and all. The weekly challenge and the prompts. Fall leaves, rain boots, fox, and scarecrow. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Oh, let's see what's inside. Let's see what's inside. I'm so excited. Oh, look at this. Wooden Potter's Select ceramic and sculpting tools. Oh my goodness, I don't have any of these like this. This is nice. Definitely. Oh, paintbrushes, Royal Laying Nickel, camel hair, good for watercolor, acrylic, oil, or tempera. So they're just roughly like whatever you want to use them for. Nice. What else? Wipe away tool set. They're like the rubber tipped. Oh wow, I don't have any of these either. Look at that. Nice. Oh looky. What would, oh Twizzlers. Oh yes. Good candy. That's good candy. Look at these. Oh, there's a sticker. SmartArt sticker. That's pretty. I like that. And we got at this noise. Huh. 4 of them. They're like the balsa wood. Wow. What the heck? Oh, more Potter's Wheel Select. Mini ribbon tools. Oh, wow. Very nice. Very nice. And those are heavy. You've got so much stuff. Oh my goodness. Here's what weighed so much. Oh, 2.2 pounds of Sculpey Air Dry Premium Air Dry Clay. Oh my goodness. Now I've used regular Sculpey. If you ever watched the Great Clay Showdowns that I've done with Weblight Dreams. I love working with clay, but I've never worked with the air dry. This is going to be interesting. I can't wait. I gotta put this down. Oh, goodness. And then, what in tarnation? Royal Laying Nickel acrylic paint set. 12 colors. Look at that. All those pretty colors. Oh my goodness. like I needed more paint, but hey, I'm not gonna say no, I don't need more paint. Look at that. Oh wow, nice selection. We've got titanium white, primary yellow, cadmium yellow, I can't read it. My eyesight's garbage. Cadmium red, orange red, magenta, violet, yellow, green, viridian, primary cyan, and Mars black. And they're acrylics. We will not be swatching these, just saying. There's too much going on, and you know how acrylic paint works. So, this is something else. Goodness gracious. We got all sorts of goodies. Okay, so get this monster back up. Oh, the box. Oh, goodness. Oh, look at all this stuff. This is, wow. I'm sorry, this is a huge box of stuff. This is just crazy. I mean, so our prompts: fall leaves, rain boots, fox, scarecrow, and they want a relief. So I'm really digging this idea. This may be what we do, something along this lines. But let me go and sketch some things out and see what comes out of it. I shall return. Okay, so I'm back and I have read, whoops, I have read the little pamphlet here and all their little tips and tricks and everything. And there's a few things, like they recommend a rolling pin or something round to roll with. So I went into my regular clay tools that I use for the Sculpey, regular Sculpey, not the air dry, but the other Sculpey. I got this out of those tools, and it's just it's a round rolling, it's like a little rolling pin, you know, you just, and I grabbed out a few other things that I noticed I might need, but there's Sculpey tools as well, like some ball styluses and an X-Acto knife, and my clay cutting tool, and my other little super pointy needle one, and of course the rolling pin. Everything else is just, this is all I've added. These are just the other Sculpey tools and the X-Acto knife that I normally use with my clay work. So I'm just drug them out. If I don't need them, I don't need them. If I do, well, I have them here. So, having said that, yeah, I went through this, read the whole thing, and then I sketched out a cute little picture here of a scarecrow with a fox and leaves, and I'm gonna make like a, I think like a wreath of fall leaves behind him. So this, can you see? Yeah, so this is, it's got all 4 prompts in it. So this is what I'm going to attempt in air dry clay. So we'll be building up from the background up. That's how you do that. It's going to be flat, but it'll be raised, if that makes any sense to you. You'll see as we go. So hopefully this is what it's going to turn out to be. But my problem was we had 4 tiles and I needed a larger area to fit the whole scarecrow and fox and the wreath and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some glue to the back of these balsa things, and we're going to glue them to a piece of cardstock. Almost matches the picture, it's like the coloration. So I wanted something that would, you know, come close at least. And I'm going to glue them down so it makes like one big panel. That's one option. The other option was to completely scrap these and use like the front cover of a sketchbook or something and build this up on a piece of glass so it can dry flat on the back side, and then I can transfer it to a sketchbook cover. So that's option 2. Option 3 would be to do something on all 4, but I really don't want to do that. I like my sketch. I think it came out really, really cute, and I'd like to attempt this. So, what to do? I mean, I'd like to use these balsa wood, so I think what I may do is just go ahead and glue these down to this, and we'll sketch out that same picture out on the whole thing, you know. So basically what we're doing is essentially making one big piece of balsa wood by gluing the 4 of them to a piece of cardstock. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna grab some heavy duty glue here that I use in my crafting to make journals. This stuff is pretty good glue, so it should stick. It's a silicone glue. Just get that straight like that. And all other 3 will have to match up to it. And then we can always trim the other paper off so it's not back there. Okay. Okay, now we're done with that part. Gotta sketch out our picture. Our cute little scarecrow needs to be sketched out here. So I'm just gonna lay this next to me and sketch it out again. Oops. This. Oh, this is why we can't have nice things. Okay. This aside for right now. I'll probably still use it for some of the element, you know, try and make sure that I keep a lot of the elements. My sketches never turn out twice the same. So here we go. Let's move some more things out of the way. I'm gonna put something down to help protect my dog. And yeah, I can pull these out of these little plastic sleeves so we can get to them easier, because they're really in there kind of tight. Ooh, it's squishy. It's very, very wet feeling. It's not like regular Sculpey at all. There we go. Okay, so let's get to this.
Two 2,000 years later.
I am so sorry that you didn't get to see me finishing this, but you will get to see me paint it. So, yeah, my camera, I turned it on and it shut itself off again, so I didn't get to show you the whole building up layers and everything. I mean, you got to see basically just me finishing the wreath, and I am so sorry. You got to see me starting it and finishing it, but not the in-between. So, yeah, I'm very upset about that, trust me. Trying to get all these little doodads off of it, and we're gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna come back and we're going to paint it. So, yeah, let's let this dry, and I'll be right back so we can paint. We're back, it's all dry, and we're gonna paint with the Royal Land Nickel acrylic paint set. So let's do that. So I've got all my paints out, and I'm going to paint the entire thing white first, and then we'll go in with colors. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm not going to use the Royal and Land Nickel paint to paint the whole thing white because that's a very small tube. So I'm just going to use this. Ooh. And kind of give it a base coat. And that's what we shall do. Okay, so here we are. I finally finished it. It took me all day. I had a little struggle trying to keep the clay on the board. And even after it dried, some of them, some little doodads fell off. And you can see this one here is barely holding on. Probably gonna have to glue. But what I plan on doing is after it's completely dry, I'm probably going to use Mod Podge over the whole thing. So that will help. It's, you know, gluing the boards down together, I think, worked out really well. Didn't have any problems with the clay itself. It worked. They needed to tell you that if it's wet, it gets super sticky, which is what I learned after, you know, some of these are glued on there with the clay itself, because I wet it. And that's how I did primarily most of it. What else? The tools worked great. I like them a lot. The rubber tip tools especially. Some of the wooden ones worked really, really well. I was really impressed with some of the shapes of some of them, and they were a big help, actually. Paints were fantastic. These brushes I will not be keeping. These will be going in the garbage. And I'm surprised because they're Royal Land Nickel. And I have Royal and Land Nickel. In fact, after this one proved to just... and it's still falling apart. Oh my gosh. I pulled out my trusty Royal and Land Nickel to help finish the job up. And I'm not sure the difference. I think these are like kindergarten grade, to be perfectly honest. Because they literally... the only one that didn't fall apart, but then I see that there's a hair, is this little one. This little one didn't fall apart, but these three gave me a hard time. It really, I mean, there's literally little hairs stuck in the paint everywhere. Just everywhere. And I couldn't, you know, once I found it, it was already dried to it, and I couldn't get it off. So, yeah. The brushes were garbage. But the paints were fantastic. The clay was really great. The tools worked fantastic. I can't say enough about it. I like this Sculpey air dry clay. I was surprised. It's very much like the Crayola air dry clay. It's very, very lightweight. Once it's dried, it's like foam. It kind of has that foam feel to it. And the heaviest part of this is the wood. And this corner, because this is pretty thick. I don't know if you can see how thick some of this is. There we go. I mean, you can see it's very much raised over in this corner with the fox. But that's the heaviest part of it. And yeah, I'm really proud of how it came out. I think it came out adorable. And thank you to Smart Art for sending me all this cool supplies. I have another project planned for the rest of this Sculpey. Well, not the rest of it, but a good portion of it. And yeah, I'll be doing a video with that. So it'll be like a Smart Art Part 2. But yeah, I'll be doing that. And so thank you to Smart Art for, you know, putting together another really cool box. I'm really impressed with these tools and the clay and the paint. And I like these little boards. But those brushes were... just use your own brushes. Just, you know, it's one of those things. But yeah, and if you guys want 10% off your first month's subscription of Smart Art, I will be leaving a link in the box below, so you can grab that and get a box for yourself. Definitely worth it. This one was definitely worth it, even with the, you know, kind of chintzy brushes. The rest of it definitely makes up for it. So yeah, until my next video, I will see y'all later. Love you bunches. Bye.